My name is Noah Huddleston, and I'm a seminarian for the Diocese of Grand Island, which is in Nebraska. My journey to seminary was kind of a long and frustrating one. I've been Catholic all my life, but never really cared much, didn't really want to go to church as a child. Went to normal university, at University of Nebraska at Kearney in my hometown, didn't really get far away from home. And all throughout most of this, I was dating a girl for about a total of 5 years. And she was kind of my everything. I thought that we were going to get married and that we were going to have a life together. And so I didn't really need God because I had her, and I didn't really need other friends because I had her. And then as life kind of works out, we ended up breaking up, and I had no idea where to go with that because I hadn't had a solid foundation in anything other than her. And then at the university, we had a very awesome Newman Center that, of course, I didn't take advantage of at first. But now a good friend of mine, who wasn't a good friend at the time, kind of invited me to start coming around the Newman Center and to kind of get to know the people there, which was really crucial because it was in meeting those people at the Newman Center that I was able to see the love of Christ that they were trying to show me. I was able to see the love of God the Father that I had never really seen before, never really understood. And so after seeing that, I was just kind of hooked. I started going to Mass a lot more. I was averaging probably about twice a month when my first year of college, but then second year I started going probably twice a week because I was just so transfixed by these people and by this community and what they were so passionate about. And so I started going to Mass a lot more. I went back to confession after like a year and a half, and I started to realize the love that God just really wanted to pour out for me in the sacraments. After about a year of that, I was very upset because I was very 50-50 about whether I felt like I was being called to marriage or called to the priesthood. And so I took it to spiritual direction with my spiritual director, and he really tried to encourage me to just exist, to just be, and to let the discernment happen naturally and let God tell me what it is that God wanted me to do. And so that kind of gave me a lot of peace, and I started to just kind of relax a little bit and let God tell me. And eventually he did. I was in Mass, and so I went and I received the Eucharist. And right as I went to kneel back down to pray my prayer of thanksgiving, I almost just started bawling because I just knew in my heart that somehow my brain and my heart just clicked, and I just knew that Jesus was saying, Noah, I want you to go to seminary. I want you to study to be a priest of Jesus Christ. So a lot of my fears before entering seminary were just kind of the usual ones that I think most seminaries have. I'm going to go in there and I'm not going to be holy enough. And another one was the academics. So, I mean, obviously seminarians have to study philosophy, and I was very good at school because I was good at regurgitating facts back at the teacher, like what they're asking. I wasn't very good at thinking for myself and thinking about what coming up with my own ideas. And so coming into seminary, like, oh, will I be smart enough to even make it through? And those I think were the biggest two fears, besides the obvious one of, oh, I'm going to seminary so I can't date girls anymore, I can't have a wife, a girlfriend, kids, all that stuff. Those are very, very natural fears, and I would entertain those thoughts every once in a while, but I was very lucky. Every time that a thought like that would come to my head, God would kind of shut it down right away, just giving me a sense of peace. Like, no, it's okay. This is where you need to be right now. I have you where I want you. Just kind of trust me, is what he was telling me. I think I just want to enter into formation and enter into the spiritual direction and the academics and everything, because I know that God is either calling me to the priesthood or calling me to marriage, but I also know that my time at seminary will not be wasted. No matter what God is calling you to, he's using the formation in seminary to make you a better man. And that's ultimately my expectation, whether I graduate here and move on to theology school and then eventually, God willing, priesthood, or whether I find a wife and get married. I just want to be able to use my seminary formation to become a better man, become the man that God wants me to be. The people outside these walls, the lay people, can certainly support in a lot of different ways. And I'd say number one is crucial, and that's prayer. Prayer, I think, is underrated, or people don't put a lot of confidence in prayer, I think, nowadays. But I mean, God says in the scriptures, like, ask and it will be given to you, knock and the door will be open. If people just get into a habit of praying for their seminarians, then we will start to see a lot of really quality guys come to the seminary, and then in turn see a lot of quality guys ordained to the priesthood, which will go out to the different dioceses and really change the world for the better. Along with that, people can can just kind of start dialogue with young guys, like parents talking to your sons and to your daughters about the possibility of a vocation, and really just trying to align all things with the will of God, in being okay with, maybe not having grandchildren from a certain child, and just being okay with what God is asking us to do. And that's the biggest thing that lay people can do for us.